Okay, you have to understand something. You don't succeed in life, you don't become wealthy by working hard. If hard work is how you become wealthy in this life, let me tell you something. The most richest people will be in third world country. They will be the people packing sand, selling rocks, breaking rocks from morning till night. This is going to be one of the most important videos that you have ever seen. Most people do not realize that their life is dependent on their understanding of reality. And most people think that reality and life is the same thing. But for the sake of this video, when I say your reality, I mean your life. But I also want us to understand that there is a difference between your reality and the reality. Oh, Rabbi, what is reality? Tell me what is... Relax, I'll tell you. The reality that I mean that is different from your life is, it's the existence of everything. It's the unfiltered, the objective existence of everything. It's the totality of everything that exists, whether we perceive it or not. Reality simply is. See, and that's why reality is different from your life. You see, reality is existence. Your life or your reality is experience. It's just the way things are. It's fact. Like I said, whether we perceive it or not. See, that's reality. We have no control over it and we cannot change reality. For example, a man, a human who has excess chromosome is incapable of becoming pregnant. That's what I mean by reality. You can't change that. Anything else that you try to do outside of that or to get around it is against reality. It's misalignment from reality. And that is what we call sin. Because, for those who believe, what sin really is, I believe in the Greek meaning, it means it's missing the mark. Missing the mark from what? Missing the mark from the truth. It's falling out of alignment. It's being misaligned. Now, before we get into it, I need you to go grab a pen and a journal. Write this down. I need this to change your life. This will change your life if you let it. Now, enough of that, back to it. Now, for you to understand reality, it's important for you to understand the different parts that makes up reality. Reality includes the physical. This is what exists. So you have matter, you have form, and energy. Now we have physical energy and we have spiritual energy. Like I said, reality is all that exists, whether we can perceive it or not. And we as humans, we are not just physical beings, we are also spiritual beings. And because of that, we have physical energy and we also have spiritual energy. But it's important for you to understand that the spiritual plane or the spiritual realm is more real and has the ability to influence the physical the most. The highest realm that you and I can operate in is the spiritual realm. That's why it says, be in this world, the physical world, but do not be of this world, the physical world. That means you have to operate and be in the knowledge that, see, the physical, this world is not all that there is. You have to be aware of what is going on behind the scene, the spiritual side. That's really what's driving the physical. Nothing can manifest, that word manifest. But I think you understand what I mean. I don't mean it in like esotericism. Nothing can come to fruition here if it hasn't already been aligned in the spiritual realm. Nothing can exist in the physical if it hasn't already existed or be permitted in the spiritual. And another part of reality is mental. This is what perceives. And under this, now we're talking about consciousness and awareness. So once again, I need you to track with me. Reality is existence. Life, on the other hand, is your experience within that existence. Life is subjective. It's based on your own experience. It's a flow or view of perception, interpretation, and the meaning that you create as you move through reality, as you move through the things that are. That's your life. That's your reality. So your life and your reality exist within reality. So one way to look at it is this. Reality is the stage, and your life is your performance on that stage. For you to perform to your best and be successful on a stage, you need to be aware of your stage. You need to be aware of the rule of that stage and everything that the stage presents you with in order for you to perform. Because if you're not aware of your stage and everything that your stage is offering you, you won't perform to your potential, because you won't know the things that stage has offered you and how to utilize those things to maximize your potential. And once you have the perception that reality is a stage and life is your performance, is how you operate on that stage, so you're already ahead of over 90% of people who do not realize that their life has to come into alignment with reality, which is the truth, the way things are, not the created reality. Like I said, nobody can create the reality. The reality is already is. Anything else that you can create, that's your own reality, that's in your own world. That's not necessarily the reality. That's not what I'm talking about. Once you have that understanding, you can begin to align yourself with reality to bring about your desired reality and live in the truth. And what I'm telling you guys is something that I misunderstood. It's something that changed my life and I didn't even realize it. It's something that I tried to fight because I believe in God and I didn't want to mess with anything that is esoteric or new age. But that's what I thought it was. And I still believe in God. I'm rocking with God all the way. But now I realize that, man, it's actually a deeper understanding. You know, this is not new age. I don't have no crystals. I don't burn no sage. So stick with me. So let me break this down one more time for you to understand and keep track. You know, reality is existence, and life, or your reality, is your experience. Reality doesn't care about your emotions. It doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't care about the role that you try to play inside of it or the meaning that you assign to it. Reality simply is. Life, however, is how you react with that reality. It's how you react with the laws that already exist. Now that's life. Your interaction with reality, whether you perceive it or not, that's what will create your experiences, which in turn will be your life. So your choices, your emotions, your beliefs, your relationships, and the way that you make sense of the things that are happening, that's your life. Okay, now write this down. This is what most people don't understand about reality. Okay, and this is why most people fight and struggle through life. This is why I fought and struggled so much in many areas of my life. Even me growing up, like there was a time in my life where I used to hustle so much. I used to go to the river and pack sand to sell sand. See, because most of us don't understand this world that we live in. Okay, you have to understand something. You don't succeed in life. You don't become wealthy by working hard. If hard work is how you become wealthy in this life, let me tell you something. The most richest people will be in third world country. Now, back to what I'm saying. You need to understand this about reality. If reality is like a stage and your life is performance, that means reality is a game. And where there is a game, there are winners and there are losers. Your ability to create your desired reality is what makes you a winner in life. And when I say ability to create your desired reality, I don't want you to think about money. If money is the first thing that your mind, you see, that's a limited mindset. It's with everything. If there is something that you're struggling with, even if it's an outlook of the way that you look yourself or certain things that you want for your life or certain behavior that you see yourself doing, and you know that something is not aligned, and you cannot bring yourself to become the kind of person that you want to be, to see certain character or certain that you want to see within yourself, in yourself, that's what makes you a loser. And so now you might think, well, if reality is a game, then how do we win reality? Good, my friend. That's a good question. Some of you might have asked yourself that question, and some of you haven't. Well, don't feel bad if you haven't, because I never asked myself that question for the longest. Because this is the thing, and this is why you have to look at reality as a game. Because there's so many people look at reality. So many people look at life like it's a fight, competition, dog eats dog world. And other people look at life as, well, somebody has to hand to me. We all have our view of life. We all look at life through a different lens. And the way that you look at life is very important. And so you have to be very, very particular about the way that you look at life. Don't worry if you haven't asked yourself that question, since the only way you can ask yourself that question is if you have the knowledge that reality is a game. And there are so many people that understand that reality is a game. And so what I've noticed in my life and why I believe this so much is because now most people who know me know that I'm a software engineer. I'm a software engineer without going to college. And I don't have a computer science degree. And I work with people with degrees. How did I get there? That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm going to get there. But what I'm trying to say is I was operating in this knowledge without even realizing that that's the knowledge I was operating from. So let me keep going. For you to win, like I said, knowing the difference between reality and life is very important. Now, the next thing that you have to do is you have to change the way that you look at life. So it's only when you can change the way that you look at life that life will change the way that it looks at you. And where does this start? Where does this begin? Mind. It's mindset. There's a reason it says, guide your mind with all of your strength, because out of it comes all of the issues of life. You have to be intentional with what's going on in your mind, because your mind is the stage. What happens in your mind determines the course of your life. If the way that you look at life is fight, battle, struggles, dog eats dog, that's exactly what you will see. Your belief will create your reality. A man sees in the world what he carries in his heart. I need you to change that view. Whatever it is that you view the world, anyhow you view the world, whether it's people have to give to you for you to be successful, well, you have to change. Look, I have a friend, right? And he went to China. And he said when he went to China, he met this woman. The woman was selling clean. I think it's for a cleaner for shoe. And the woman kept telling him, buy cleaner, shoe, buy cleaner. And he said, no, I don't want no cleaner. The woman kept saying, buy cleaner. He said, no, I don't want cleaner. And the woman said, okay, buy two and I'll give you one for free. Buy two, I'll give you one for free. And he just took out some money and gave to the woman. And so the woman started bagging it up. He said, no, I don't want no cleaner. You're fine. And the woman said, no, you know buy, me no want money. And he told one of his friends who was there to tell the woman, because that one can speak Mandarin, I believe, or whatever they speak in China, to tell the woman, I don't want it, I'm just giving you the money. And the friend was like, no, she's not going to take the money. Why? Because the way that they look at themselves is, see, they are not beggars. They don't look at themselves as beggars. So even if you give her free money, she won't accept your money because that's not her mindset. That's not the way that they think. She has to offer you a service. And so the woman said, no, you don't want product, me don't want money. So like I said, mindset. If you keep viewing life like a fight, or you have the mindset of life is a dog eat dog world, so that's what you will see, because that's a reality that you have created outside of the reality. It's all in your mind. And that's why you have times when you start talking about a specific kind of car with your friend or with a stranger. And the next thing, you start seeing that car everywhere. Because you're likely to notice the things that you focus on. If you believe that life is bad, you're more likely to notice and focus on the negative aspects of life. And so if you can see life as a game, you're already ahead of so many people who look at life as dog eat dog world. Because as long as they have that perception on life, that means somewhere along the line, there will inevitably be betrayal, be conflict, disagreement in their journey on life. And it has nothing to do with, well, that's part of life. No, it has everything to do with the fact that that's exactly their outlook on life. That's what they believe. And when you meet these kind of people, they try to tell you oh, this is how life is. I know I've met certain people that try to tell me how life is, but to me, I'm like, no, bro, that's not how life is. You see, but I understand, but that's because to them, that's what they believe. And they choose to believe these things, but they don't realize that it is their mind. Their mind creates their reality. They are not guarding their mind with all diligence. They are not guiding their mind with all of their strength. And so they do not realize that the mind shapes your experience in life. So that's why you hear most people talk about how, women are this and male are this. And that's their story. For me, it's like, no, that's not my story. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't even give those type of things where people talk about women and men. I don't even give those type of, I don't listen to things like that. And my life is different because I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to know what you're talking about. I mold my own reality. No, don't tell me what is impossible. I guard my mind. That's why I can't listen to every and any person. Especially if you're somebody who you don't have that much of a foundation rooted on something. Now I'll tell you me personally, I'll tell you now, my foundation is rooted on God. You might not like it, but that's the truth. Even what I'm saying, that's where I get it from. And it's true. But this is the truth that certain people take and try to twist it and also try to keep it away from the masses. And this is what I'm sharing with you because I see how this changed areas of my life. Now, I've been dropping gems in here. I hope you guys are picking them up. So let's agree that life is a game. And since life is a game, there's a right way to play a game and a wrong way to play a game. If life is a game, beliefs are cheat codes. Once you understand this, the rule of the game changes depending on what you believe about what's possible. And this is a game you need to play with the right knowledge of reality. And one way that you can assess that reality on a deeper level is here. It's through your mind. And so when you know that life is a game, you understand that you cannot control the boards. You can't control reality as it is. The only thing that you can control is your move. And that's right there, that's where your power lies. And so this is one thing you need to know in changing or creating your desired reality. So life is not just physical. It's not a physical game. And what I mean by life not being a physical game is you can't change your life by just solely focusing on the things that exist. You have to also be aware of the things that are behind the scene. So in order for you to change your life, you need to be aware of the reality, the way things are. You need to be aware of the realm of cause and the realm of effect. You see, you can't change your life focusing on the physical. And when you focus on the physical, you focus on the realm of effect. Now, what's tripping us up is most people try to change their life in the realm of effect. They try to control circumstances. Nothing can change in the realm of effect. Because what is an effect? An effect is just a result of an action or a consequence. That's an effect. So let me break it down. Reality. An example of reality would be an ocean. An ocean just exists. And the realm of cause would be the wind that stirs the sea. And realm of effect would be waves. See? So when you see waves, that's the realm of effect. So you can't try to make wave in wave. You know what I'm saying? So you have to focus on what's causing it. So with you and I in our life, I might say to myself, oh, I want to, this is the way I want to look. I want to be jacked. And immediately, boom, I just hit the gym. But you see, if there is no cause behind that, if nothing happened in the realm of cause, which is the mind, I won't stay consistent enough to actually create my desired reality. And that's why most times, whenever you write New Year resolution, you always fail to do it. Why? Because you're trying to change an effect in the realm of an effect. Real change only happens in the realm of cause. That's you altering consciousness, altering thought. You have to alter the way that you see. You have to alter your conscious. You have to alter your mind. That's the realm of cause. So it's only when you have to see yourself as an athlete, you have to see yourself as, you see, it has to become a lifestyle. That's the only way that you'll be consistent in the gym. You will not be consistent just by trying. No, you will give up. You won't stay consistent. You have to alter consciousness. You have to alter thought. That is the realm of cause. That's the only place that real change can happen before it begins to show in the realm of effect. That's where real change is. So reality includes both realms. But what you experience as your reality depends on what realm you operate from. And this is why two people can share the same reality, but live two complete different lives. Because life is not about what is happening. It's about how you meet what's happening. And you meet the things that are happening in life in your mind. Guard your mind with all diligence, for out of it flows all the issues of life. The only way that you really can create your desired reality, this is the power that God has given to you, is starting in your mind. Beliefs are the cheat codes, the things that you believe are possible. Call it what you want, manifesting, creating your desired reality. The kingdom of God is within you. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move, and it will move. I think the thing that happened is, see, we don't know the power that we carry. We don't know reality and the things that reality has set in place for us to be able to have dominion in the world. I'm breaking these shackles off my life, and I'm seeing real-time changes in my life. Maybe you have to watch this video more than one time to actually get it, because I believe if you watch this video once, you might miss certain things. But I believe if you watch it a second time, or you take note, you will catch certain things that you might miss the first time. And I think this video is long enough, and I don't want to make it any more longer. Now, if this video is something that you find insightful or helpful, you should give me a thumb up, or send it to your friends, so people that you think this video will be helpful to, and subscribe. I really appreciate that support. You know what? Just focus on getting the information and sharing it with other people that you think this will help. And in the next video, we'll go deeper into other aspects as well. Thank you.